when we first started becoming friends and getting to know each other, we would have conversations, and she would tell me like what she wanted to do and like what her dreams were and what her goals were. She had lofty...
I want to be you.
No, she had...
I want to be as skinny as she is.
No, she had like...
I want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning like she does and work out every day, but I can't do it. I just can't. I tried.
Okay, back to you. She had these like amazing goals and ideas of what she wanted to do. And I remember listening to her thinking, wow. And here it is 12 years later, and she has done every single thing that she said she was going to do and more. It's been really, really exciting to watch her. And I just want you to know that I admire you for everything that you said you were going to do, and you did it. And you certainly are a powerhouse, and I'm so grateful to be able to learn from you. So thank you for sharing everything you know with us today.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. It's a privilege. Well, we're almost there with the book. They keep telling me, okay, the website's done, and they say by Christmas they're going to work out the last little flaws. One of which is, if any of you know, IPA and online stuff, it's just like really almost impossible. So hopefully they'll figure that out. But that's really the only thing left to figure out, and it'll be loaded and ready for subscriptions. Yay! All right, so this class is based on step 8 of my 8 steps of vocal development, which is the book that will be online and the course that will be available. And step 8 is style. And style encompasses many, many things beyond riffing and running, but this class and tomorrow's class is going to be about riffing and running, and you're not going to just be sitting there listening. You're going to be singing. And if anybody feels like jumping up on the mic, I would love that. All right, so that's the book. Okay, step 8 of the 8 steps. Success, singing songs well. All right, the 6 elements of vocal style. All right, authenticity in musical style is created with, okay, timbre. Timbre is the vocal color, okay? And that has a lot to do with, of course, harmonics. Larynx height, you know, for classical singing, the laryngeal height would be lower. There's a greater space in the pharynx, that kind of thing. For pop singing, you know, the larynx rides a little higher. You have a little bit less pharyngeal space, and that's how you create that timbre or tone color. Phrasing, on the beat for rock, behind the beat, or back phrasing for jazz. And many styles are more sustained or speech-like, almost conversational. Vocal embellishments have a lot to do with style. Riffs and runs, each style has certain conventions. And how do you learn these? Well, you learn them by listening to people who do it well and copying them. There's nothing wrong with imitation. Okay, you're never, ever, ever, ever going to sound just like them. It's impossible. But you can learn the language of what they do by imitating them. Diction. Okay, so country, for example, emphasizes, you know, the secondary vowel in a diphthong. Y-E, oh, Y-E, oh, Y-E. Okay, and a lot of those closed off R's. Dear, right? And then other styles do other things, like, for example, gospel often uses very open vowels. Vibrato has a lot to do with style. Rock uses very little vibrato, and in opera, vibrato is constant. Theater often uses a delayed vibrato preceded by a straight tone. Jazz singers use a pitch alteration vibrato. So there are different kinds of vibratos that can be learned. We were talking about this yesterday. Riffs and runs are also known as melismas. They're taken from specific scales such as the pentatonic, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. R&B does a lot of pentatonic riffing. I was teaching somebody a Sam Smith song the other day, and I went, dude, that's just the pentatonic scale, you know? Ah, that's the riff. That's it. Once you learn the scale, you can hear what the riff is. All right, the 3 elements of riffing are intonation, flexibility, and speed. All right, everybody wants to riff and run. It's really, really fun. I can barely see what I wrote here. Okay, don't feel like you can't learn to riff and run if you didn't grow up around gospel music, because riffing, like any other musical skill, can be learned. Just like we learn to speak as babies by imitation, we learn basic little units of riffs like words, and then we string them together into runs. Okay, so runs are just little riffs put together. So once you learn the basic unit, which is the riff, you can put them together to make sentences. All right? And that's what we're going to do today. So it's really impressive to us to hear someone who riffs well, who chooses just the right notes and executes them with perfect intonation, flexibility, and speed. Those three things. Let's talk about those three factors. Intonation, that means singing in tune. It doesn't matter how fast you can riff if you're even slightly out of tune on some of the notes. Being flat is under the pitch and sharp is above the pitch. Even just a little bit is the surest way to evoke a cringe reaction in your listener. The best way to make intonation precise is to learn and practice riffs and runs slowly, then gradually increase the speed, paying attention to intonation. And flexibility. Flexibility is a key component of riffing. This requires that you use less vocal fold mass and less air pressure. If you sing hard all the time, it'll be more difficult to develop the lightness and flexibility you need to execute those fast runs. So back off the volume and air pressure, and riffing will become much easier. And then finally, speed. Not all improvisation is fast, but dazzling bursts of high-speed runs are a large component of singing today. But you need speed combined with precision. So again, the lighter approach will help, and then to increase speed, you want to chunk it down. Take a little chunk, and then a little chunk, and then a little chunk, and then gradually work your way up in speed. All right, how to break down the runs. Okay, if a run is long, complicated, and hard to remember, it helps to assign numbers to each grouping of notes, and this will help your students. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It helps them kind of correlate that particular riff in their mind. In other words, it's using different kinds of learning. All right, you can try doing a takedown. And people are kind of hesitant to do it if they think, oh, my music theory sucks. Well, your music theory and your ear training is only going to get better if you actually sit there and do it. So, Finale Notepad is a really easy little software system. And, it's just a great way to learn how to do takedowns for yourself and increase your own ability to hear things better. Okay, you can also draw a simple picture representing the ups and downs or hills and valleys of the musical excursion. The more styles of learning that you combine, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic in this case, the faster and more effectively you will learn. Pictures, numbers, graphs, fluttering your fingers, like Mariah Carey used to do this all the time. She was helping herself riff, all right? These are all ways of combining kinesthetic, visual, and auditory learning styles to increase learning. So let your students do stuff like that, or whatever it is they need to do to remember that riff. All right, a good tool for you guys, if you don't already know about it, is called the Amazing Slow Downer. Does everybody know about that one? Yeah, it's a really good tool. $60, download, click and drag your little MP3 into the Amazing Slow Downer. It will slow down your track without changing the pitch, if that's what you want. In order to learn things slowly, then you gradually increase the speed again. If you do want to transpose pitch, it will also do that. So it's just an all-in-all great tool for around $60. Another great tool we use in my studio for the pitch challenge student, Sing in C. It's a little more expensive, it's about $200, but it's a great software program that allows the student to see visually when they're matching pitch and when they're not. It literally tracks them so they can see when they're out of tune. Because you can sit there and say it all you want, you're a little out of tune, but until they see it, they're not going to quite correlate that. So Sing in C is a really good investment for your studio. Sing and C. Mm-hmm. A riff is a small musical phrase of a measure or two. Riffs are like words in spoken language. They're used to represent a single emotional thought. A run is a combination of two or more riffs. A run is like a sentence. You can put the basic riffs or words together in many ways to come up with runs or sentences that are exciting and unusual. When you start to analyze what the singers of today do, you realize that they're all speaking the same language. They all kind of have this little repertoire of words, i.e. riffs, but they put them together in different ways. And they're all based on pentatonic and blues scales, by the way. Oh, some major and minor, but Nothing more fancy than that. All right, specific runs, riffs, runs, and licks are part of the language of a musical style. If you've ever learned a new language, you know that you usually start by learning the rules, conventions, and commonly used devices of that language. And then progress on to simple phrases such as, where is the bathroom, which is a good thing to know if you're in a foreign country. That's the first phrase you want to learn. All right, if you learn enough words and phrases, usually by rote at first, you can start having conversations with people. All right, and that's the way we're going to learn how to riff and run for singing. We learn it by rote. We learn it by imitation. Then you kind of have that, these things categorized in your mind, and then you put them together any way you want to. Okay, in the same way when learning to sing with style, we begin by memorizing a few basic riffs. Then you can start to string them together in various ways, just as we put words together in various ways to create sentences, to create your own runs and original, fresh improvisations. Today we're going to learn the language of basic riffs and runs, starting with some basic riffs heard everywhere in today's music. Then we're going to apply these to a song, Oh Holy Night. Because it's almost Christmas, right? All right, I don't know if you guys want to just sit up straight or if you feel like standing, or if you want to move around. Do whatever you feel like doing, because now we're just going to sing, okay? All right. Some fun. Okay, neighbor notes are used constantly in R&B and pop styles. Neighbor notes are an alternation between two consecutive pitches. Neighbor notes can be above or below the melody note. Several of these recordings feature, ta-da, Louis Ray on the male vocals. So we'll do, some of the keys are going to be male, some are going to be female. We're kind of going back and forth here. Oh, we need audio. Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing great.
All right, so let's learn neighbors. Neighbors up short, okay? So you'll hear the demo.
Yeah. This isn't scary at all. Yeah.
So you guys try it now. 3, 4, 2, 2. Here you go. Yeah. Da 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 da. It's in minor. Yeah. All right. 2, 2. Here we go. Yeah. All right, now you're gonna do it in a few keys. Here we go. 2. Here you go. Yeah. Going down 2, 2. Here you go. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah. Okay. So in the interest of time, we won't do every single key. All right. Let's do this last one here, because we got a lot of riffs to learn. This is a descending one. Okay? Girls singing higher. Da 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 at the end. Listening again. Ooh, we gotta clean that up. 2, 2, here we go. We'll do a couple more of these and then move on. 2, 2, here you go. 1, 2, here you go. Lightly. One more. Here we go. So you can see why if you're going to move on these things, you don't want to use, your entirely TA inducted, vocal production here, because it's going to be unwieldy. All right, what can we do here with these fun neighbors? All right, we'll do a kind of a quickie one here.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta make it move, right? Oh yeah. More on this. This one here was fast. All right, let's go to fall-offs. Fall-offs are dropping of the pitch at the end of the melody. A fall-off is usually 1 or 2 pitches. The ending pitches are softer, faster, and less emphasized than the main note. Sometimes the ending notes are not pitch specific, well they should be. In some styles it's important to be crisp and articulate each note. Okay, so here's your basic fall-off. It's not reading music, it's feeling music. All right? All right, let's do one that's a little bit quicker here. A little more fun. Move around. That was you on the recording.
I know, I forgot so many, I forgot.
Here we go. Whoa. Listen to the demo. Whoa. Whoa. That's right.
I forgot this.
I know. All right, listen to him. 3, 4. You guys sing it too. Here we go. Whoa. I don't really want to know. Whoa.
Is it faster?
Don't listen to me, listen to him. I was doing it wrong. I just fight him. There we go.
It's really fast, right? Okay.
2, 2, here we go. Whoa.
Ready.
have inflections and pitch bends. Inflections are small pitch bends that lead upward to the main note. Rather than starting a note precisely in tune, it's kind of a lazy way to approach the pitch, but it means it's more laid back and soulful. Okay, so basic pitch bend here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Real quick. Yeah, 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 yeah. You guys. And yeah, 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 yeah. Good. Yeah, yeah. Dean's not singing.
In my head, I am.
Dean's not singing. All right, pitch bend down. Same idea, but you go down. Yeah. Good. Yeah. 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 Good. Yeah. Good. Let's move on. This is a fun pitch bend run. Okay, so you see, we learned the riffs. Now we're going to learn the run. This is a good time to think about that thing Chrissy was talking about with the breath flowing and the legato. Yeah, yeah, all the same. Yeah, yeah. Nothing is any louder than anything else. Okay, let's do a couple more of these. Yeah. And good. Very good. I'm moving the song fast because I want to hear you guys sing "Oh Holy Night." Okay, turns. A turn is an alteration of the melody above and below the pitch. Be sure that both notes are in tune. Here's our basic turn.
Yeah, yeah,
Lewis, he can sing, Danny.
yeah.
I don't remember this one.
Okay.
Alright.
And. Just let the voice be very light and, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, ladies, you can do an octave higher if you this key is a little low. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can come in on time. I think it's after beat 2. And yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. This is fun. Flat turn. Whoa, they get a little harder, right? Listen to Lewis. Yeah, first one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it comes in on beat 3.5, something like that. Maybe a couple more shots on this one. Ciao, guys. One more. which one I was playing. Okay. All right, rise. A rise is a lifting of the pitch at the end of the melody. The ending pitches are softer, faster, and less emphasized than the main note. Again, it's important to be crisp and articulate each note. Here's Rise Riff 1.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. Woo! That's you. Yeah, 5 at the end. Good. Listening again to the demo.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's a little early, isn't it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Good, one more. Good. All right, so that's your riff. Let's try a run now. On an ooh. One more listen. This might be one that I count out in numbers for my student. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. All right, you guys are so awesome. We're moving on. Melismas, triplets and sixteenths. They're fast runs that require flexibility. Triplets, sixteenths, or 30 seconds if you're really fast. Okay, this one is triplets and sixteenths. Triplet, 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 16. Here we go. Pretty good. Listening again. This is practice. Back to you. And then you speed it up and speed it up and speed it up. Let's do one more at this tempo. Very, very, very good. Okay, this is our hip hop 16th and triplet run. Is this hip hop? One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1. Just to help you get the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then your mind will latch on to the segments. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Couple more on this one. Here we go. intros. Okay, you find these a lot in rock, and a lot of Broadway styles using them now. Slurs are shorter slides upward. Glissandos are larger slides, covering a larger interval. So we're going to kind of rock out a little bit here. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah, oh yeah. Good. One more. Yeah. Let's look at the run, though. The run is really fun. This is a fun one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Longer. Yeah, 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 yeah. You gotta get your Freddie Mercury on, all right? Louis will sing it. Try it. I know it's hard to see, it's a little blurry up there. All right, listen to it one more time. I don't expect you to get it perfect the first time. Won't be going up too many keys higher than this. Try it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Big one. Oh, I'd love to linger on this, but let's move forward. Okay, pulses. Shakes or pulses are based on fluctuations of the pitch, like like that. All right. So, and the riff sounds a little strange, but the run is really cool. Whoa, wee, whoa, wee. So whoa and wee. Whoa, wee, whoa, wee. Right. And now here's our pulse riff, rock run. I have nothing. All right, try it. Pulse it. And. Listen to the demo. I have nothing. All right, you guys try it. And I have nothing. This one might actually go up. No, it stays here. Okay. All right, I think we're sufficiently prepared. Okay, let's move on. We're going to talk about grace notes, appoggiaturas, and accciaccaturas. When was the last time you heard those words? All right, appoggiaturas are on the beat. I had to look it up because I didn't remember. Which one's on and which one's before? I still don't remember exactly. Okay. Accciaccaturas are ahead of the beat. Okay, so let's start with the accciatura. So here it is. Before the beat, a little grace note before song, okay? Oh Holy Night. So we had, I had a gal come in and just sing the song using these specific riffs. I said, here's what I want here. So she wasn't just making it up, she was being very specific. And this is what it sounds like using all the riffs that you guys just learned. And now you're going to sing this, so pay close attention.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error hiding, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices.
Neighbors.
For yonder breaks a new and glorious morn.
Rise.
Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices all night, divine.
Neighbor.
All night, when Christ was born. All night, oh, holy night.
Get ready.
Oh, night.
I made that up, okay? I did that.
All night, divine.
Are you guys ready to sing like that?
Tricia, you're
You
cool.
can learn every one of those riffs and sound just like a star.
Can we get
okay?
a copy of that? Yeah.
When you subscribe to my 8-step vocal development, this is step 8. All right, let's try Neighbors, folks.
Available now?
I gotta
By Christmas, he
Is it
keeps
available
promising.
now?
By Christmas.
Oh, by Christmas.
He keeps promising me. Yes, here we go, Neighbors. Everybody sing. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
See the music. Do you see the music?
Oh,
Listen, use your ears.
holy night.
No, use your ears. Imitate what you just heard. And. Oh, sorry, my fault. Yeah. Just gotta hear it, right? You're not gonna have this written out for you every time, right? One more time.
Holy night.
Okay, one more shot, you guys. Yeah, this is easy. Neighbors, right? Got this one. All right. Grace notes. The stars are brightly shining. You can listen once.
The stars are brightly shining.
What did I forget to write down there? A grace note.
Brightly shining.
That's right. Shine, shine, shine. That's right.
The stars are brightly shining.
Yeah. Want to do it one more time? Yeah. Neighbors, it is the night.
It is the night of
Lower
the
neighbors.
dear
Upper neighbors.
Savior's birth.
Lower neighbors. Using your ear, let's imitate.
It is the night of the dear Savior's birth.
You got it? One more? I think you guys got this one. Yeah. All right. Let's go on to Long Lay the World, or Appoggiatura. Is Appoggiatura on the beat or before the beat?
On the beat.
On because there's an O in it.
Long lay the world.
On the beat. Yeah, this is easy. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Inflection, scooping up into Incinera Punny.
Incinera pining.
Okay, try it. Sliding up. Let's listen to this one more time. Yeah, the beat's a little strange.
Incinera pining.
Slide it up. Very good.
Into the pining, I can't do that.
She sang that real straight. It's just the one. That was the only scoop we had. All right, we got a turn coming up.
Till he appear.
Till he appear. Till he. Yeah.
Till he appear.
See how you break it down into little chunks here, and then you can put it together and sound awesome? Do this one again.
Till he appear.
Right after beat one. Yeah, you guys are getting it. Awesome, awesome. I can hardly wait to hear this when we put it all together in about 5 minutes. Okay, fall off. And the soul felt its rhythm.
And the soul felt its worth.
I missed a neighbor. Felt, that's a neighbor. Word. Fall off.
Soul felt its worth.
Yeah. Let's just do this one more time.
And the soul felt its worth.
It's like an afterthought. Do it one more time.
And the soul felt its worth.
Hearing some pretty voices here. Oh my goodness. Come to my house at Christmas, will you? All right. Neighbors and a turn.
The thrill of hope.
You guys recognizing these little pieces now?
Weary world rejoices for yonder race.
A little turn. Yeah. Neighbors and turns.
A thrill
I know we want to go to that next phrase, right? Let's do this one more time. Yes. All right, let's go on here. Yes. All right. A new and glorious morn, and there's a nice rise here, I think, on the fall, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's later.
A new and glorious morn, oh, fall.
A new and glorious morn. Right into that rise. You don't hold on to morn too long. Listening?
A new and glorious morn, oh, fall.
All right, here we go. Got the gig. Oh my gosh, that was good. Okay, here we go.
Fall on your knees.
Back to you. Time on the demo?
Yes, please.
Fall on your knees. Back to you. Fall on your knees. Yeah, you got it. We don't expect perfection yet.
Oh, hear the angel voices.
Ready? Oh, hear the angel voices. In the interest of time, we got to speed ahead here. All right, neighbors.
Oh, night divine.
All right.
Oh, night when Christ was born.
A couple neighbors there at the end. All right. Just do your best. Progress, not perfection. Not bad. All right, okay, we are going to move on. Sorry.
Oh,
Little glissando here. Fabulous ears, good grief. Wow, I'm impressed. Listening again?
Oh, night But like these. Oh no.
I'm just so proud of that one. I love it. You guys try it. Good job, good job. Listen one more time. Give it all you got. We're almost done. And then you're going to sing the whole thing together. One time. Not bad at all. Okay. And our last one is pretty easy. All right, let's go back and we're going to do the whole thing. Try to use your ears instead of looking at the music, you know? That's how you really learn it. Okay, here we go. One time through. All the riffs. Here we go.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
I think we should go on the road. I really do.
Long lay the world in sin and error, hiding
Go crazy.
till He appeared, and the soul felt its worth.
Very nice.
A thrill of hope.
Good.
The weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices.
All right, guys.
Oh, night divine. Oh, night
Nice job, everybody.
when Christ was born. Oh, night. Oh, holy night. Oh, night.
Good job.
All night divine.
Awesome. Give yourself a hand. That was really good. Good job, you guys. Thank you, Tricia. That was fun, huh?
Ready for Christmas.